for a pretty tough fight. Shawn stays there. When he had to make welterweight, 147, he was emaciated, you know, and now I see a different Shawn.
Here he is back before the knockout at the hands of Simon Brown. And he was very effective in this fight. Showed a lot of patience, sat down on his punches very nicely.
I mean, these are the kind of punches that are very, deceptive to me. They don't look like hard shots, but they're very straight punches and surprising shots.
Let's talk about the keys to victory, Ray.
Well, for Kevin Watts, if Shawn starts off slow, he must grab that opportunity and take advantage of it. Stay busy. Don't fall asleep because it gives Shawn an opportunity to get into it. With Shawn has to forget about the past, forget about Simon Brown. And he also must be very patient. Pick his shots, get inside, get busy.
So that in microcosm, once again, the story of this fight. Let's get to the main event now and meet him with Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank Incorporated and the undisputed, undefeated King of Beer Budweiser present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Jerry Gormley, Board members Gary Shaw and Richard Harrison, Deputy Commissioners Lawrence Wallace and R. Yogi Hiltner. The three judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system are James Condon, Richard Strange, and Rocky Castellani. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Frank P. Doggett. Attending physicians Dr. Dominic Coletta Jr. and Dr. Paul Williams. The alternate referee will be counting for the knockdown seconds, and the timekeeper is Arthur Spell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Merv Griffin's Resorts Casino Hotel here on the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, let's get ready to rumble! 10 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. The referee for this bout is Rudy Battle. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, weighing 164.5 pounds, originally from Toronto, Canada, now living and fighting out of Catskill, New York. This 1984 Olympic silver medalist as a professional is 19-3, and 14 of those 19 victories by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Shawn O'Sullivan. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with silver trim, weighing an even 165 pounds, from Pleasantville, New Jersey. His professional record, 21 victories with 9 KOs against 6 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Killer Watts.
Okay, gentlemen, you'll both receive your pre-fight instructions. I expect a clean break at all times. Let's have a nice, clean contest. Good luck to both of you. Let's touch up.
So there's a look at Shawn O'Sullivan, I beg your pardon. 19-3. After the loss to Simon Brown, he came back. He won all his fights in 1987, then lost a couple. Here's Killer Watts. And it is only a question of which Kevin Killer Watts shows up tonight. Started to say that O'Sullivan lost 2 fights in 1988 and then bagged it. Said, that's it, I'm not having any more of this. Came back this year in March, beat Benoit Boudreau by a technical knockout in the second round, then had a TKO over Mike Williams in May, and this is his 3rd fight since coming back.
Both guys are very dry, very sluggish, not loose yet. I see here in Kevin Watts, he's trying to initiate that left jab, but it's coming back a little slow. When he throws the jab, he drops it. With Shawn is doing straight up. You notice when Shawn throws the left hook, he leaves his chin up. He drops that right hand.
And already there is a trickle of blood on the bridge of the nose of Shawn O'Sullivan. That too has been something of a problem for him, is it not?
Well, Shawn's been handicapped because of his ability to cut. He has a tendency to cut around the eyes.
And Kevin Watts does have a pretty good jab, and it is the kind of jab that he can work.
That right hand, it appeared to hurt Kevin Watts for a second there. Shawn does not. I mean, if you look at his body, he doesn't look like he's strong. And I had the opportunity to work with Shawn, and he punches very well, very sharp, inside.
Shawn now working with Kevin Rooney, one of our favorites here. Kevin Rooney, incidentally, told me today, I think you'll appreciate this, that he has a rap record coming out. Rooney's rap.
Shawn's trying to time the left jab with Kevin Watts. Time with his right hand.
Shawn O'Sullivan getting a little punching room, working well inside and getting out. Kevin Watts would be just as happy to take this fight into the later rounds. See what Shawn O'Sullivan has left.
When Shawn slips Kevin Watts' jab, he should come back with his left hook like there. Good body shot. Thrown by Kevin Watts. Very sluggish round for both fighters. No clean punches.
Counter left hand by Watts, not a bad shot, but he took a left hand to get that in. End of the first round, not much to choose. Shawn O'Sullivan, Kevin Rooney. Kind of a worried look on the face of Shawn O'Sullivan, wasn't it?
Well, again, Shawn has that. He still has the same habit when he throws his punches. He leaves that chin wide open. It's been a habit that's been tough to break.
Take a look at the punches in the first round, and Kevin Watts was busier and more effective in the first round. It's exactly what he needs to be.
He needs to stay busy. Kevin Watts needs to keep that jab out in Shawn's face. Use those long arms. Shawn, I noticed one thing. Shawn has a very good left uppercut. I mean, he throws it from the outside, inside. It's not a punishing punch, but it really breaks you up inside. You see it here, turn it under. Shawn trying to be aggressive here.
Kevin Watts, one of those guys that on his best day can beat most people in his division, and he backs Shawn O'Sullivan up.
It's very good for Shawn to give little upper body movement, head movement. But he's not, I always have a problem with Shawn dropping his right hand. Because what happens with a fighter, especially an older fighter, it's tough to break those old habits. Shawn's really outboxing Kevin Watts at this point here.
You know, you really can see the work of Kevin Rooney and Shawn O'Sullivan, too. Nice uppercut, just as you said. The reason I say that, he's showing a lot of head movement, which I hadn't seen from Shawn O'Sullivan before.
And again, Barry, watch the little uppercuts that Shawn's able to throw. That shot was close. I mean, Kevin Watts threw a right hand that missed Shawn by a fraction of an inch. It was a good, solid right hand thrown by Kevin Watts. There it is again. But when a guy throws a right hand, you slip it, you should come back with something of your own. And the key is balance here, see? What happens a lot of times when Shawn gets in position, he doesn't have the proper balance or footing, so he can't throw anything effective.
Watch the elbow, watch the elbow.
Keep his man working. Shawn needs to keep Kevin Watts working, keep him busy.
So we come to the end of the second round. Again, a very close round. And another difficult round to judge. We'll be back to Atlantic City. Good right hand by Watts at the bell.
Well, Shawn got against the ropes where he really doesn't want to be unless he's going to move his head. And Kevin Watts lands the right hand.
Well, you talked about teaching an old dog new tricks, and in the last round we said you could see the work of Kevin Rooney and the head movement of Shawn O'Sullivan, but it's almost as though he's having to make a conscious effort to do it.
Conscious effort, and that's true, Barry, because he has to think about everything he should be doing and should not be doing. Like leaving his chin up, inside, work his body, work Kevin Watts' body, there is.
in the second round. Kevin Watts, again, didn't throw as many punches, but was far more effective. Kind of means that Shawn O'Sullivan is a target for him. And on your card, shutout so far for Kevin Watts.
Good left hook by Kevin Watts.
Blood coming from the hairline of Shawn O'Sullivan too. Trying to see where that is. I think it's up in the scalp someplace.
You know, normally if a guy sees that his opponent has a big waistline and flabby body, he normally works the body. And that's what I see in Shawn. But I think it's just genetics. And Shawn claims he's in great shape because now he doesn't have to sweat down and deprive himself of eating to make the weight. 147, he said you should kill him. He should be totally emaciated.
It's a right hand by O'Sullivan. Kevin Watts was actually in your camp at one point, wasn't he?
I was going to use him as a sparring partner for my fight against Dine Lalonde. I think if Kevin Watts not really settled down, but kind of pick and kind of set his man up, he can catch Shawn with left hook. Because Shawn keeps coming in with that head directly up.
Hit him with a left hook a minute ago too, and it came behind a body shot. It was a double left hand, one to the body, one to the head.
Both men need to be busier.
Yeah, not a lot of activity in this round. And to round three, we're going to take you into the corner of Shawn O'Sullivan. You'll be listening to the voice of Kevin Rooney. It won't be hard to pick up. Kevin goes over to Rudy Battle and complains about something.
I'm taking care of the corner. I want to take care of my fight also. Gotta be a little stronger. This guy's starting to, it looks like he's starting to wear down a little bit here. Put some combinations together, Shawn. Side to side boxing. You're out there sleepwalking. You gotta fucking get here right now. Or you're gonna blow this fight. You understand that? I hope you do. Spit it out. You find a guy like you're sparring. You're not supposed. This guy's gonna win. This guy's gonna steal the fight from you. That round, maybe you won that round. Get on this guy. Put combinations together. Go to the body. Go to the head. Go to the head. Go to the body. You don't do that. He's wide open for it all day. You're smarter than that. Look for it. He's got his elbow out. Look to slip out, slip your left and hook hard. And hook hard.
And you can look at the combinations thrown by Kevin Watts.
Well, Watts, he found a home for the left hook, Barry.
One thing about Kevin Rooney, when they make the Kevin Rooney story, there's only one guy who could play Kevin Rooney, and that's Kevin Rooney.
Yes. Kevin gave Shawn perfect instructions to say, listen, pal, when you're inside, work the body, work the head, come up, come down, work it up, work it down. He can't continue to do the same thing over and over again.
And Watts, as you can see, is busier with the jab there. O'Sullivan backed up Kevin Watts.
Actually, Shawn, Barry, is stronger than Kevin Watts. It doesn't appear to be that way, but once he takes the initiative and dictate the tempo of the fight, he's a lot stronger than Kevin Watts.
Being joined by our neighbors up north of the border, TSN, picking this fight up. Shawn O'Sullivan, of course, from Toronto, Canada. We welcome all of you.
It is the most frustrating thing for a corner when he watches his fighter slip a punch and not come back with anything, not counter. Now watch. His mouth is wide open, which indicates he's tired. And you'll notice his arms start to drop down to his side. Another sign of fatigue. Shawn O'Sullivan now is going to the body.
And picking the pace up a little bit, too. Trying to stay busy, trying to smother Watts a little bit. There was a left hand by Watts, though. And that backed up O'Sullivan in a hurry. That got O'Sullivan's attention.
It did, but again, it's Shawn. Shawn is making the mistake of waiting. He's constantly waiting. Good left hook. Now he'll wait for Watts to retaliate. Shawn walks in, another bad habit, walks in with a lead-off left hook. Tough shot, dangerous shot. The left jab gets you closer, unless you're Joe Frazier.
Yeah, that's right. A double right hand, and that got there from Shawn O'Sullivan.
Just turn it. Shawn just needs to turn this into a street fight. Just stay on top of his man. Again, you notice here, Watts is not doing any damage here. This is Shawn's territory. This is Shawn's fight, inside. Look at the right hand. Stay inside. That's what Shawn needs to do.
Shawn might have thought he was butted a minute ago. You saw him reach his glove up to see if there was any blood. There isn't. And the cut on the bridge of the nose, no worse than it was in the first 20 seconds of the fight. Much better round for Shawn O'Sullivan. Going into the corner now, Kevin Watts.
Kevin, what are you doing? Huh? Can you rumble?
Yeah.
Well, let's do it. Let's stop laboring over here with this guy. This guy ain't
harder than what you need is making, man.
You ain't got no best in here. This is it, man.
Now that seems like an interesting bit of advice to me, Ray, because basically what they're saying here, the question was, can you rumble? And Kevin Watts said yes. And he said, well, why aren't you doing it? What the way I would interpret that, at least, is why don't you fight the same fight that O'Sullivan's fighting? And it seems like that's O'Sullivan's fight.
Well, actually, when Kevin Watts decides to fight inside, because apparently he's not stronger to be effective that way. I think his best bet is to box Shawn like he's done, like he was able to do in the earlier rounds.
What you giving him? You let him
And Shawn, look here, the body shots, the uppercut, but all of a sudden, Kevin retaliates with his left hooks. 2 left hooks, that is.
And all of a sudden, Kevin Watts' jab has gone south in that last round.
Well, 3 out of 19 jabs, I mean, it indicates something that all of a sudden, fatigue has set in with Kevin Watts. Not really throwing a lot of jabs anymore. He's starting to abandon his punches now.
And it shows in the total numbers from that last round. O'Sullivan busier, more effective, a good round for him.
Now see, this is what Kevin Watts want to be. Just keeping Shawn at the end of the left jab. On the other hand, Shawn needs to work his way back inside. And work his way in with his jab, like he's doing here. Both hands for Shawn. That's what he needs to do. Work both hands to the body.
Good body shots from Shawn O'Sullivan, and they do have an effect. You can see Watts drop his arms when he gets hit to the body. On your card, the fight's getting a little closer. I know you gave the last round to O'Sullivan.
Well, because he was busy. I mean, he was inside. He was fighting his fight. He was turning the fight to a street fight. Once again, Brian, must indicate that every time Shawn slips that punch, he should come back with something. And he really shouldn't try to hit the head of Kevin Watts. He should throw his left hook to the body, to the midsection, like here, which he didn't do once again. Kevin Watts trying to drop that right hand. That's why he's really using that left jab as a ploy. Shawn needs to forget the head. Work the body. You can't move the body. The height advantage that Watts has is really bothering Shawn. It's making his punches fall short.
He was having an easier time of getting inside in the last round. Seems to be struggling with it a little bit, and that a result of the fact that at least Watts is showing him the jab more.
Get off, get off.
It's so predictable what Watts is going to do. The top right hand. You throw his jab. Not hard, not hard. Wait for Shawn to fall asleep. And when Shawn stops, he throws that right hand.
You've done this before, haven't you?
I know a little bit about this. And with Shawn needs to keep attacking that body. Those long arms of Kevin's making it difficult for him.
Counter left hand by Watts, and again, that got the attention of Shawn O'Sullivan at the end of round 5. But one punch isn't going to get it done. Tough round to score. We'll be back.
Land or grazing left hook on the head of Shawn O'Sullivan.
I remember the last round we told you that Kevin Watts landed only 3 jabs. He improved this time, 8 out of 38, but significantly he threw twice as many jabs that time. And as you've said, and Al Bernstein has pointed this out on numerous occasions too, as you look at the total numbers so far in the fight, and Watts clearly getting the better of it, it doesn't have to be a stiff jab. All you really have to do is just show it.
Just show it. And again, the jab is used for various reasons. To set your man up for the right hand, to get you closer, to keep him off balance. The jab is a very versatile weapon.
And there's Watts using the jab 3 times, 4 times. You see the mouthpiece goes flying off the right hand, and they'll stop here in the state of New Jersey. Rudy Battle will pick the mouthpiece up.
Now, this doesn't give Shawn the incentive to say, hey, I can hurt this guy. I don't know what else is going to motivate him. When a guy mouthpiece comes out, that's fatigue, Barry, because he's not biting down.
Keep him up.
And Watts comes right back with a double left hand. So he had that little bit of a blow.
That's it. No hold, no hold.
Shawn has done well stepping that right hand. He really stepped the right hand of Watts all night.
But as you said, once he slips it, he's got to offer something up.
He does, and the body's there, right in front of him. When Shawn gets Watts moving back, continue, stay on top of him. What happens? He backs Kevin Watts up, and then he backs away.
As he did right there.
I mean, those shots that Shawn started to land is really, gaining some respect from Kevin Watts.
And Watts with a combination in an area that is O'Sullivan's area.
Get off him, get off him. Push him.
Shawn now is leading with his head. He's coming in with his head first. Hands start to drop. Shawn is throwing his left hook from the outside, which again you can't do because it puts you in position to be countered. There's a good shot there. Shawn head comes in first. But apparently Kevin Watts doesn't know what to do with it or do about it.
But Watts continues to use the jab, and for the most part, that is keeping O'Sullivan off him. And it's doing enough to win the round. Now he's got O'Sullivan backing up at the bell. And a reminder to take the tempo of this fight.
You're letting him win the exchange. You're not fighting. You're not fighting. You got to fight this kid. You got to go after this guy. You're making him a lot better than he is. A lot better than he is.
The words of Kevin Rooney.
You need this round. You need this round right now. This is the round you need. You blow this round, you're going to have to definitely knock this guy out the win. You're blowing the fight. You need this round. This is the round you need.
You can see combinations in close.
You got to reestablish control. Use a hard jab, and a straight right hand. This is
a lot of times Shawn has a tendency to give these rounds away unnecessarily. He has to fight this man. Kevin Rooney said the right thing. He's making the fight tougher than what it needs to be or what it should be.
On the other hand, Watts, since that one round where he was 3 of 19 in the jab department, he has been utilizing the jab just enough. In the 6th round, again, it is Watts who's building up a pretty good lead at this point.
What's happening? Shawn O'Sullivan is starting to fall asleep. He's getting too lazy here, which is allowing Kevin Watts to build up a lead here.
Reminder that we are in Atlantic City. This is our main event of the night. Middleweights going 10 rounds. Kevin Watts in the black trunks. Shawn O'Sullivan in the white trunks with a red stripe. I'm Barry Tompkins along with Sugar Ray Leonard. We're joined tonight by the Sports Network up in Canada, watching their countryman Shawn O'Sullivan. And it's going to be an uphill battle for O'Sullivan.
It is right now. And in fact, if you notice, Kevin Watts really doesn't have the legs to really move around the ring to utilize his height and reach advantage. So he selected to fight Shawn inside, which should be inviting for Shawn O'Sullivan because that's Shawn's fight.
I remember this from Kevin Watts in the fight with Tony Thornton also, which we mentioned was probably his biggest career win so far. And that is that along about the 4th or 5th round of that fight, he started to look tired just as he did here, but then he never looked any more tired than that. And right now, he looks the stronger of the two.
Because Shawn is not doing anything. He's just laying there trying to throw the same shot to the head. What's wrong with the body? See, this is what happened to Shawn against Simon Brown. He laid against the ropes and was caught by a shot that put him in trouble. And this is what he's doing, the same thing against Kevin Watts.
Watts with an uppercut a moment ago, and Watts was making all those punches count on the ropes a minute ago. And he's really able to get O'Sullivan off of him very easily now.
Shawn throws his punches, and then he leaves himself wide open. And that's why Kevin Watts' punches are landing. And now watch for a left hook thrown by Kevin Watts. It's perfect. Right there it is again. I mean, it's right there in front of him.
And again, and right now it is all Kevin Watts.
I would just throw left. If I was Kevin Watts, left hooks, I would go left hook crazy because that's the punch that's been landing.
O'Sullivan looks like a tired fighter to me now, Ray.
Well, he's been worn down. I mean, it's been an accumulation of blows thrown by Kevin Watts.
Coming to the end of the 7th round, and this might have been the best round of the fight for Kevin Watts, who already has a pretty good lead. We'll be back. At this point, just watching body language of Shawn O'Sullivan as he walked back to his corner. Not the body language of a winner.
He walked back to that corner very discouraged. I mean, he looked as though he was a beaten warrior. Left hand once again. And you see the percentage, the 56% for Watts as compared to 30% by O'Sullivan, which indicates that Watts is starting to come on strong.
It's almost the exact fight that he fought against Tony Thornton. Counter left.
For Kevin Watts, he can put that right hand in his trunks and just throw the left hook. And especially when he doubles up on it. Double the left hook up.
Uppercut, and that hurt O'Sullivan. That's that punch we were saying is a dangerous punch, but it sure worked there. O'Sullivan's hurt.
Shawn is hurt. Shawn is tired. If Shawn doesn't do anything, this could possibly be the round.
A little bit low with one of those shots by Watts, but Watts able to keep O'Sullivan on the ropes. O'Sullivan, you're right, he's tired and he's beaten right now.
Unless Watts does something stupid, this is his fight.
Uppercut again with a right hand, a wild uppercut.
Watts threw a right uppercut from left field. Now Shawn tries to come back. Once again, the left hook by, I mean, I'm tired of being redundant, but this is what I see in Kevin Watts. That left hook is a thing of beauty. There is nothing behind Shawn's punches now. Look at the left hook once again. I can't not believe that Watts is not doubling that left hook up.
Came with a right hand. Straight right hand got there too. Won't take much, I don't think.
Dip and throw the left hook for Kevin Watts.
A left hand and a right behind it.
Shawn is ready. They come back with that hook.
Left hand drives him off of him at the bell. Another big round for Kevin Watts. And again, it's as much of the little resistance that Shawn O'Sullivan is offering as it is what Kevin Watts is doing. But Kevin Watts really fighting a good fight.
Spit it out.
I don't know much what they can tell Shawn other than to keep his hands up right now.
How we doing in here, Kev?
He's okay.
You all right?
Keep that right hand up.
The grease on him. You came to life a little bit, Shawn, there. A little bit. You got to do it the whole round. You have to go after this kid. You got to try to knock this kid out. You can't stop. You can't throw punches and stop in a minute and wait for him to punch back. You got to get out of there. You got to be aggressive. You got to get out. You got to make yourself do it.
Here's the uppercut that led to putting Shawn in some serious trouble. But again, it was the left hook. And here's the thing that really was a thing of beauty, the left hook. I mean, Kevin Watts been landing on the left hook for the past 3 or 4 rounds.
Well, your point is well taken. I don't know what Kevin Rooney could have said to Shawn O'Sullivan that would make things any better. Stay busy, but that's easier said than done for a fighter who's taken a pretty good beating, at least in the last couple of rounds. In the last round, again, you could see Watts really sharp with his punches, almost 50%. Threw more punches, landed more punches, but again, a lot of that has to do with the fact that Shawn O'Sullivan is a fatigued fighter.
If Kevin Watts threw a jab, right hand, and come back with the left hook, you may see Shawn on the canvas.
There's a left hook.
It's the perfect combination, left jab, right hand, and left hook. Because what's happening, although Shawn is tired, he still anticipates the left hook coming. It's a shot that you don't see that puts you in trouble.
Watts started to use the right hand a little bit in the last round.
Even if Watts brought the right hand to Shawn's body and then came in with the left hook, he should always finish up with the left hook.
No holding, no holding, no holding.
And again, it doesn't take much to drive O'Sullivan off. As you can see right there, just kind of nudged him. Kevin Watts is one of those guys that, you know, when he's right, like he is tonight, you think, here's a guy who on the right night could beat almost anybody, at least, you know, most of the top 10 fighters.
When he's in shape and when he's mentally set and sound, he's a tough opposition.
He was preparing for a fight in France, actually, when this fight came available, and so it actually gave him another week or so in the gym.
Both hands. This is what Kevin needs to throw. Both hands. And always finish with the left hook. For Shawn O'Sullivan, it's like desperation here.
Shawn just looks very tired. Doesn't look like it would take a lot to get him out of here.
Let him go. Come on, right back with that jab.
Well, he will survive this round here because, again, Kevin Watts is not putting punches together.
And a cut over the right eye now of Shawn O'Sullivan, just to make things a little bit worse for him. Well, it will take nothing short of a miracle for Shawn O'Sullivan now. And Kevin Watts fighting a very good fight. Can't criticize Kevin at all.
I can't criticize Kevin, but I'm one perfectionist there. I think it should be more punches thrown by Kevin Watts. I think he needs to throw combinations. His left hook has been a proven point. We need to see a right hand now.
Well, a reminder that a couple of weeks from now, no fights next week, but 2 weeks from now, we'll be in Reno, Nevada. Kevin Rooney speaking unto Shawn O'Sullivan.
Together, 3 and 4 or 5 punches. Look at your hand up in there. Move your head inside.
That's a defeated face, I think.
Well, all he has to do now is just go for broke. Give it all. Shawn O'Sullivan, left hook. He went for it.
He did, and he got there with it, and a right hand behind it. Let's see if he can sustain it. He's gonna need a knockout to win the fight. And now Shawn O'Sullivan, for the first time in a long time, able to get inside. Through the first 9 rounds, you can see Watts with now a commanding lead, almost 100 more connects.
Both hands are free.
And we said that later rounds would benefit Kevin Watts. It's exactly how this fight has gone. And on your card, no contest. O'Sullivan would need a knockout. I don't see how anybody can question that.
Well, Watts has been able to push Shawn in some serious trouble from time to time. Not a lot of punches thrown here, pretty much power punches. Where both men right at this precise moment are just trying to land that one punch that will probably end it all. But it's Shawn O'Sullivan who appears to be the more susceptible of the two of going down. It's been an accumulation of blows thrown by Kevin Watts. And it's the inactivity of Shawn O'Sullivan that puts him in a very bad position here.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for him now.
I mean, this is when you try to reach down, and there's nothing there.
It doesn't appear that O'Sullivan's punches are hurting Watts at all.
Watts now is just starting to walk Shawn O'Sullivan down.
Again, right hand and the left hand.
The right hand and the left hand, I mean, it's a combination that's going to do the damage to Shawn O'Sullivan, not just that one punch. Look at the uppercut. And again, just think what would happen if he had put 2 punches together, 3 punches together. What's going to happen? Kevin Watts is going to review this tape, this film, and he will see that he could have made this fight a lot easier and probably could have ended it a lot sooner.
That's about the only negative you can think of, though, because he's won it pretty convincingly. 10 seconds left in this one. And it is over. Fine performance, by and large, for Kevin Watts. Did what he needed to do. Stronger of the two. Better condition to the two. More ready to fight tonight.
Well, he proved that. I mean, he was in there. Kevin Watts was pretty much doing what he wanted to do. In fact, he turned the fight around. He became the puncher. He became the aggressor. A good performance by Kevin Watts.
And you can see at the end a cut over the left eye, too. So he had both eyes cut. Neither one was any major problem. Cut of the bridge of the nose, but that's a beaten fighter right there. And right here is apparently, and you don't want to jump to too many conclusions, but apparently the look of a winner. Take a look at the total numbers in this fight, and more than 100 more punches connected by Kevin Watts. They threw a comparable number, but 286 connects.
Well, Kevin Watts a lot more accurate. I mean, he really jumped on top of Shawn O'Sullivan and beat him to the punch.
Let's make it official now. Here's Michael Buffer with a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Here is the official scoring. Richard Strange scores the bout 98-92. That's the same score from James Condon, 98-92. And Rocky Castellani has it 96-95. For the winner by unanimous decision, Kevin Killer Watts.
Unanimous decision, and once again, explain to me 96-95. That's Ray, you got it.
Well, thank you, Barry. In fact, Kevin found a home for his left hook. The left hook seems to be the key punch against Shawn.
Yeah, well, that's what my trainer Mike Hall kept telling me. He said, keep the left hook. I was throwing the right hand a lot around the side and to the head, but I wasn't coming back with the left hook. I was leaving myself out in position to get hit. And I started catching him later on in the round, and he started feeling the effect of it.
I kept saying that you kept abandoning your left jab because your left jab was making the fight. It could have made the fight a lot easier. Why'd you stop using the left jab? Because all of a sudden, Kevin, you started loading up with one big punch.
Yeah, I guess probably too. I think I was looking more to land the right hand. You know, a lot of people say I don't throw the right hand enough, and I guess I got caught up in trying to land the right hand. I mean, it landed at times tonight, but again, like you said, the left jab is the key.
You appear to be more focused. You was concentrating. You kept your man right in front of you. This fight meant a lot to you, didn't it?
Yeah, it meant an awful lot, Ray, because it puts me right back in the thick of thing. That's 2 wins in a row now, and I would really like to get more active and get back into it. I mean, it's just, again, still just flashes of what I can do, and I think by being active, I can become a lot more sharper, and that's what I like to do.
So, Mike, how would you grade Kevin on his performance?
How would I rate him tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I have to give him a real low score tonight. I'm happy with his condition. I'm very happy, you know, in spurts he listened very well. But again, I guess he says inactivity, and that's basically probably what it is. A lot of inactivity on his part, but he can do a lot more than he shows, and that's what we've been working on, is trying to be a little more consistent. And if that happens, I think he'll be back the way he was when he was fighting the Tates and the Nuns and, you know, them kind of guys.
Well, thank you, Mike. And Kevin, good luck to you.
Thank you, Ray. I would like to say hello to the Ingraldi family up in Bridgeton. Mal Perkins on his way to the Bahamas. One more. James Broad out there in Vegas, and my brother down in Virginia, Philip. Hello. Killer back on the roll. Thank you.
Well, Barry, the winner, Kevin Watts, a happy winner, but yet he wants to do more. In fact, we may see more combinations, especially that left hook.
Well, we saw a few tonight, and he felt, you felt, Mike felt, everybody felt maybe not enough, but what he did do enough was score punches that won the fight for him. Unanimous decision winner for Kevin Watts.
Get him up. Come on, Pete.
This is my last lightweight fight.
8, 9, 10.
I'm going to vacate this lightweight division, and I'm going to move up to the junior welterweight division.
Darrell Tyson would be very happy to see Pernell Whitaker leave the lightweight division. That would open the door for the number 3 rated Tyson to get another shot at the world title. He'll have to go through Lupe Suarez to get there. Suarez, who twice failed in challenges for the world titles at 130 pounds, is looking to move into contention in the lightweight division. Lupe Suarez is trying to move up in a new division. Darrell Tyson is trying to close in on a title shot. They'll meet in our main event tonight. Charleston, South Carolina. Tonight, featuring a scheduled 10-round lightweight bout with Darrell Tyson taking on Lupe Suarez. We're live at the King Street Palace in Charleston, South Carolina for Fight Night. And the crowd here at the King Street Palace anticipating a good matchup tonight in our main event. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Rosen along with Gil Clancy.